Next couple of days because on, well, let's see, Wednesday and all the way into Thursday probably, we and the Crossroads are expecting more heavy rain with damaging winds and some hail. We were very fortunate last night. The storm came in with quite a bit of rain, but most of the heavy stuff of the severe weather part, the hail and the tornadoes, stayed up in West Texas. There you can see where we are right about now, just a few little clouds around the area, otherwise sunny and quite humid. But we look out west and you can see that along the mountains of northern Mexico, another round of big thunderstorms is firing this afternoon. Now, when these storms get tall enough, you got to remember that the upper winds basically push them wherever they're going. So these would likely track across the state in this fashion. That's why we expect that secondary line of storms to come in overnight. So tomorrow morning, we probably will see that stuff rolling around here again. So it's not completely over with just yet. And then there's another little bit beyond that as well. So we've got three lines that are expected to come in. At this hour, all of the counties in West Texas are under the severe thunderstorm watch because that's where they're going to fire. But that's right now. Later in the evening, they probably start traipsing in our direction. One of the reasons for the instability is this little front. I'm going, what front? I didn't see no front. Well, it's kind of a boundary line. It's different air mass, a little drier here, much more humid here. And it came down yesterday and began this whole thing. It is stalled over our area, will likely come back up as a warm front, but that's also the boundary area where we have the instability to get that stuff going. So it's very interesting that tomorrow we have a marginal chance of severe weather throughout most of South Texas and West Texas as well, with the bullseye being out in the Big Bend area, and that's your Wednesday. And then we go on to Thursday, and we still have a good chance, marginal chance of getting some severe weather in this area. When we say severe, okay, we get a little rain, we get a thunder shower, and then we have severe thunder shower. That's when we get the hail, the strong winds up to 50, 60 miles an hour, thunder, lightning, and the possibility of tornadoes. At this time, we're just going to say severe in terms of hail and high winds on Thursday, as you see right about there. This is Future Tracker, okay? And we're going forward, and you can see that as we get into tonight, that stuff starts crossing the U.S. border. And then we go into midnight, and we should be looking at a big line out in far west Texas. And then by sunrise, 6 a.m., should be very close to our area, past San Antonio, and also affecting deep South Texas. And then it passes through by noontime. And so we have a few garden variety showers in the afternoon, and then we get another line coming in on Thursday morning, as you see right about there. So very interesting weather pattern for us. All of a sudden, we're back in the weather business, something we haven't seen in quite some time. Got to mention that while the Atlantic is fairly quiet right now, we do have an area of tropical depression possibility. This would likely be Alvin in the next day or two. Ordinarily, I wouldn't worry about it, but this one has a little bit of a turn. So my concern is that somewhere north of Acapulco, maybe from Mazatlan to Culiacan, they may have a storm arrival. So we're going to have to watch that path very carefully. So we are looking for tomorrow, thunderstorms again in the morning hours, getting up to 83. Cooled down by the stormy weather. More storms in the morning in Cuero, and then again a high of 84. And so the alert days continue for Wednesday, Thursday, probably dropping on Friday, and then hot and humid as we get into the weekend. Temperatures getting back up into the 90s. That's your 7-day forecast.